Hi, this is James Shug with Westpac London's end of day report for Monday, June the 24th. Well, it was another significant down day on equity markets, both in Europe and the US. Chinese concerns were cited largely. The People's Bank of China, their latest quarterly surveys showed weaker manufacturing, more of an inclination, a renewed inclination on the part of consumers for safer investments and to perhaps save a little bit more. We've had Goldman Sachs revise down their growth forecast for China to I think 7.4% from closer to 8% this year. And also ongoing concerns about the cash shortage in Chinese markets that's now being addressed. So concerns about China have seen European stocks at the close, the London market down 1.4%, the French market off 1.7%, the Germans off 1.2% today. The Spanish market's down 1.9%, and there's a 0.9% loss on the Italian market. And the Dow at the moment, it's down 228 points, that's 1.5% at 14,570. There was some economic data today, just a little bit. We had the German IFO survey, rose very slightly in June. That's its second rise in a row, but still off its recent highs. The Dallas Fed Factory Index was very strong in the June survey there. It's one of the very minor ones, minor regional Fed surveys. Didn't seem to generate much attention. Commodity markets mostly lower, the exception being oil. Oil was just flat on the day at $93.67 a barrel. Copper prices down 2.5% today. Gold down about 0.8% at $1,281 an ounce. The Aussie dollar's it was down as low as 91.4 US cents in the London morning, but it's back up around 92.4 at the moment. There are some assets classes that haven't behaved as you'd expect. I mean, US bond yields have risen even further today. Last week, presumably because of the post-FOMC pairing developments in the last few days of the week. But today you'd expect, if it's slower Chinese growth that is the concern, that bond yields might have fallen somewhat. But as I say, they rose further. The Aussie dollar is another example of an asset that somewhat surprisingly managed to claw back more than its losses earlier on the Chinese news. Oh well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and I'll be back again tomorrow.